Good evening and welcome to Let's Talk, a conversation with Unc. I am your host, YouTube's favorite uncle, Uncle David. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Cut that noise out real quick. I forgot. Hey Jess, how are you? How you doing? I seen you making your little country house your your little farmhouse sign. That's pretty cute. I'm darned. How's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's good to have you here, as always. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to the three people in the room. If somebody could just say something, let me know that you're here. Speak now. Never hold your peace. All right. Thank you for sharing me out, Oracles and Beyond. Miss Cassie, thank you. Appreciate you. I see B Hype. That's me, goofball. I see G Fam was here. He pops in and out, so I'm sure he'll be back. So how's it going? Hey, Candy Night. What's going on, Brian? Well, right. Hollywood. Hey, the Miss Yo-Yo Show. Thank you for sharing me out. I certainly appreciate that. It is certainly good to have you all here. Folks is in the bushes. That's all right. I don't mind. Hello. How you doing, Miss Yo-Yo? Thank you for coming through. I sure appreciate you. I'm doing well, Brian. How are you? And how is Hollywood? Tonight I really didn't have a topic, just having a little conversation, just doing some talking. I will be on a panel next Thursday with the Positive Pusher, along with MJ and J. Oh my goodness, I'm supposed to know who's on here. Vern's Junk Closet, I think NQ's World, and it was one other person. I'm going to look it up. Hope they don't be upset. Okay, what's new, Miss Yo-Yo? Really? When are you not acting up? Thank you for sharing me out, Aunt Maddie. Let's see who else we got. We have. Okay, and you can talk, Miss Ruth. So that'll be next Thursday at 8 Central Standard Time, which is 9 Eastern Standard Time, I suppose. I think I got my time zones right. So I'll be on that panel. I'm honored to be there. She's going to be releasing the video so I can share it with you all. I guess an ad for the show. And just been working on some things. As you see, I got to have a new intro and new thumbnails. I'm working on that. Just trying to make it look a little more presentable. I'm also going to be trying to work on trying to figure out how to make this thing right here look, add on some stuff. Trying to learn how to do that. Some artwork, or I forgot what you call it. I'm so crazy in the head right now. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Make the picture look a little better, give a better presentation. Or as Miss Yo-Yo says, level up. I've been hearing her say that ever since she said it. That you got to level up. So that's important. As we grow, we need to show our growth and share our growth. So, well, thank you, Jess. I appreciate it. Every day I try to learn something new, something different. I try to grow every day, so that I can share it with others. I've been listening to a audio book, Lisa Nichols, No Matter What. Now, I've read the book before, but and I also have matter of fact, I have a notebook from the book that I read, but it's a little different listening to it. I think I like this audio book thing because now I can just turn it on, and as I'm driving or if I'm walking or if I'm just sitting around looking crazy, which I've been apt to do from time to time, I just turn that on. Hollywood is good. Someone got shot in my neighborhood a few days ago. Right now I'm at work and it's cold as heck. Cold? What's the temperature? See, cold in in LA is different from cold here in Maryland, which is actually different from cold in, let's say, Chicago or the Detroit in the wintertime. So, Hollywood cold is a little different. So, Brian, let me know what the temperature is, because if it's 60 something, that really isn't cold. 63, that ain't cold. That may be cool, but that's not cold. Man, I heard the temperature in like Chicago and Detroit and Minnesota and places like that, it gets well below zero. Now that's cold. So I'm not too sure about those 63. I'll take 63. Might have to put on a sweater. How about it's cold? Got to be kidding me. Then I'll take 63 all day. Like I said, put on a sweater, and that's it. I could wear some shorts. Don't see, don't do that. Don't do that, Brian. You got to see for yourself. Don't take everybody's word for everything just because they said it's cold. No, there's a saying, don't let somebody pee on your head and tell you it's raining. You got to go check it out for yourself. They tell you, yeah, it's dangerous to go outside. Whole time there's a box full of money, and they're gonna tell you that you shouldn't go outside because there's a box of money, but it's only like $1 in it, and there could be $1,000,000 in there. But you listen to them, and you missed out. So somebody, just because they tell you it's cold, don't mean it's cold. Now it may be cold to them, but what it means to you be totally different. So you don't have to take somebody else's word for whatever it is. That's their opinion. You form your own opinion. Yeah, I think my wife's grandfather used to tell her, "Don't let nobody fool you." Yeah, well, yeah, you could have said you couldn't. You had to say more than okay because you just repeated what they said. So yeah, Don't let somebody else form your opinion of what's going on. You have your own opinion and your own thoughts. Don't let somebody else's foolishness determine your foolishness. You can be foolish by yourself. I was listening to Aunt Maddie, who is my wife, and everybody knows Aunt Maddie TV. If you don't know Aunt Maddie TV, you need to get to know Aunt Maddie TV. So, Brian, make sure you go over to Aunt Maddie TV and check her out as well. But we were listening, she was listening to somebody's live. It's Glow on Wheels or something like that. What is her name? I'll tell you exactly what it is. But she travels, and she has what she did was she fixed up a van, and she travels, and she lives out of the van from time to time, and so she had her live going one day, and Auntie was listening to it, and I'm sitting there and I'm listening, and she is glorious life on wheels. That's it. And she was live and she was talking, and she asked a question along the lines of, "Hey, tea time, what's going on?" Her question was along the lines of, "Is there something that you've always wanted to do, but you felt that you were too old to do it, and that time was running out, and that it may be too late? But then, as you begin to look at it and think about it, you realize that you should probably go ahead and do it." And I sat and that wasn't the exact statement that she made or question, but it was somewhere. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, so if she hears it, don't quote me. But it was along those lines, and I sat and I've been thinking about that thing. I mean, it's been stuck in my head for the longest, and something that I've always, well, not always, but I wanted to do. I remember my dad talking about getting a camper, and you all have heard me talk about this before. Um, he wanted to get one of those big Winnebagos and drive across country, but that never happened. So I've been wanting to do this, and I put it off, and I started and put it off. So now I've decided that once I heard that I need to start working on that again. So I'm working on a second channel that will be strictly for the van, me purchasing the van and renovating the van and all those type of things. So like she said, you're never too old to do anything. And I figured, when I turned 54, I think, is when I started with the motivational thing. I finally figured out, hey, what's up, Stefan? All right, bruh. I finally figured out what I wanted to do and what my purpose is. And so I'm like, okay, well, as I started to watch more videos and listen to more people and surround myself with like-minded people, it's become abundantly clear that to me that this is what I want to do. And so I figure at some point I can incorporate, the van build and all of that, because it goes along with setting goals and accomplishing things and living out your purpose. Because I know the last thing I want to do, and the last thing anybody should probably want to do is, when you're on that last moment and you're sitting there and you're reflecting about your life, and you start to think about all the things that you could have done, that you should have done, that you wish you had done. And you had the opportunity, but you just said, for whatever reason, you just didn't do it. It didn't happen. You quit, you stop, you change your mind, you talk yourself out of it, you let somebody else talk you out of it, whatever the case may be. I decided I don't want to be old sitting somewhere or laying somewhere trying to figure out why I didn't do X, Y, Z. So I'm going to give it a shot. I mean, the only thing that can happen is it don't happen, but it won't be because I didn't try, or just basically giving up. I would rather it be because it just didn't happen. You chase a goal and you work at a goal and you work for something and you try to, accomplish something and you just don't make it. But like I said, I don't want it to be for lack of effort. If it's meant to be, it'll be. My job is to go for it. With any goal, any of us, our job is to just do the work. Trying to figure out how and when, that's not for us. That's not the part of the deal for us. Our lane is to figure out why we're doing it and do whatever it takes for us to do whatever it is we're trying to do. And as we work toward the goal, our everything that we need will come to us. Money, resources, people. It'll show up. So that's why I don't necessarily worry about certain aspects of what's going on. I know that as long as I keep putting forth the effort and I keep working toward my goals, that my breakthrough will come. It's frustrating. It's nerve-wracking. But the only way to get where you're going is to keep on going. If you quit, you'll never accomplish it. All right, Jess, thank you. You can't accomplish your goals if you quit. You can't get where you're going if you get off the bus. So that's life. However, like I said, I'll just keep pressing forward and understanding that there are people that are waiting for me to get to them. And I really appreciate those that support. You know, I have no complaints. Just talking to somebody today, I was in the store and we were talking about how, people get up complaining and mad, and that's right. That's right, Jess. If you don't put forth the effort, if you don't even try, you can't expect to get anything. And what you put into it is what you get out of it. That much I know for sure. But like I said, we were talking about how people, they get up and the first thing they do is complain. Not understanding that if you just stop complaining for 1 second and just take a look around, you'll see that why are you complaining? You're alive. You're breathing. That in itself should be the one of the real reason why you should be grateful. Maybe you're not working at the job you want to work, but you have one. There are people that don't have jobs that would love to be able to get up and go to work. You don't have the kind of car you like. Well, there's somebody that doesn't have a car that would love to have that little hoopty that you're driving. And you got something to eat, it's not what you want. Okay, be careful. There are folks that, definitely less fortunate. My father used to tell me all the time, he's like, you know, there's no matter what your situation is, there's always somebody that's in a worse situation. So you should be grateful for whatever it is you have, no matter how small or insignificant you may think it is. Hey, the positive pusher. Hello. I was just telling him that I'll be on your panel next week. Again, I really appreciate you, having me, inviting me to share. So I was just talking about how people just, are so ungrateful. They don't understand the power of gratitude, attitude of gratitude. I really think that it's very important that you appreciate what you have, even if it's a little bit, because you can't expect to get more if you don't appreciate what you have. So how's it going today, y'all? Like I said, I didn't have a specific talking point. Yes, they definitely. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm trying. Like I said, I've been doing some reading, and those questions that you have, I've actually gone through them, and I'm sitting there, and it actually made me have to use my brain and really think about. So I appreciate you giving me a heads up on that. So now, I won't feel like I'm just crazy. Oh, okay. Well, what's up? Tail is fire, smoke cooking. What's going on, Brandon? How you doing, brother? Thank you for coming through. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to the 8 people in the room. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up. I appreciate y'all coming through and listen to Unc just rambling about stuff. Yeah, but I am really excited to be on the panel and with your esteemed guests. I'm doing great, man. I have no complaints. I have absolutely no complaints. I dare not complain. Oh, I love you too, Tea Time. Thank you. I love all of y'all. I really, really appreciate y'all. It's it's been a long journey, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm having fun. I'm learning. That's the thing. That is the key. Learning. You can learn anything from anybody at any time. You never know. Sometimes all you have to do is just listen, and pay attention. There's a lesson to be learned in anything that we do. Sometimes we don't see the lesson until after we've gone through whatever it is we're going through. And then you look back and you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. Sometimes we're going through a storm and first thing we say is, why me? And why not you? If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So if you look at it as a burden, then it'll always be a burden. But if you turn it around and say, okay, there's a lesson in here somewhere. There's a blessing in here somewhere. There's a reason why this is happening. So you have to make sure you just stop and think and just look at it, evaluate it, analyze it. And after you get over to the other side, then you generally will understand. Once you get reach your breakthrough, then you pretty much understand. You're welcome, Uncle. It gives everyone a chance to process everything and figure out what your thoughts are about it. Yes. And I'm honored. I'm honored that you invited me. So once again, thank you so much. The breakthrough is always on the other side. It's right there. Usually when people quit, it's right before their breakthrough. It's right there, and they just say, "I'm done." Yeah, the journey is hard. The road is hard. The road is rough. And as I heard Jim Rohn say, it's simple, but it's not easy. And everybody knows that old saying: if it was easy, everybody would do it. The process is a simple process. You just do the work. You're welcome. You are absolutely welcome. You know, the process is really, really simple. You just do the work. Show up every day and do the work. Showing up is half the battle. Because if you don't show up, you can't even begin to do anything. Nothing's going to happen if you don't show up. You just show up. You never know what's planned. What's going to happen, what the next move is. You show up, you're doing your work, you're doing whatever it is you're supposed to do. And then next thing you know, here it comes. The opportunity will present itself when it's time. That's why I say, our job isn't to try to figure out how. Our job isn't to figure out when. That's not in our wheelhouse. Our job is to just do the work. Big Tim, in God we trust. What's going on, Tim? How you doing? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up, turn my red button gray, leave a genuine comment, and I promise to get back over to you once this live is over. I definitely can't, do that, while I'm in the live, because I like to be able to watch a video, and although I do know how to multitask, sometimes chewing bubble gum and walking at the same time is, when you reach a certain stage in your life, trying to multitask is a little, it's a bit difficult. I don't want to overstretch the brain cells. So I thank each and every one of y'all for showing up, for coming in, spending some time with me. And I was saying earlier, I'm starting to set up a second channel. It actually has it. I've already started, but I haven't made a debut on it. Well, I can't because I don't have 100 subscribers for it. I really haven't been pushing it. Probably after the holidays is when I'll start pushing it. So really excited about that. Really excited about Maddie had some new ideas, some things that she wants to do. I'm looking forward to working with helping her do that, because as I learn, the things that I learn are beneficial for both of us. So it's going to be about because I've always wanted to get a van or drive across country. That's what I've always wanted to do, and I always thought that you had to have like one of those big Winnebagos, or if you drove cross country, if you drove your regular car, you would have to stay in hotels and all that kind of stuff. But as I started to look more at YouTube, I saw people were they just purchased regular little minivans. They had the cargo vans, or even had people that I saw a lady that she has one of those little smart cars. I mean, the little one, y'all know what I'm talking about. Those little cars that only two people can get in. And she actually lives in it. It's big enough where she could put a board. She set up a little mattress. She could sleep in it. And she lives in that. You'd be amazed at, once you start looking at this stuff, the things that people do with these vans and these cars. So what I want to do is purchase a minivan and turn it into a camper and just, go different places. Auntie likes to fish, so I figure we could take like little trips to go somewhere and go fishing, because sometimes we'll go and we got to rush back because, neither one of us like to drive at night. Auntie definitely. Auntie don't even like to drive. Period. Daytime, nighttime, Saturday too. She don't like to drive. Yeah, yeah. And so what I want to do is purchase the minivan. And hey, Sonia, thank you for coming through. Renovated. Nothing big. I've seen how some people have. They. I mean, they just go all out. I just need something simple. Because, just in case I want to take the grandkids somewhere that, I can put the seats back in, or, open them back up, or whatever the case may be. Oh, what you catch? Yeah, van life. But, not to live in it, but just, like during the summer, and the spring, just go, maybe the fall, definitely not the winter. Just to go and hang out. And like I said, if we go, we don't have to rush back. Auntie said she ain't sleeping in no van, but we'll see. I think she'd rather sleep in the van than get on the airplane or be driving somewhere at night. Because you can just about park just anywhere. They have like some of the Walmarts, like when you go to the 24-hour Walmarts, some of them have a designated area where people can park their vehicles, and as long as you don't trash the parking lot and all that kind of thing, you just spend the night there or whatever. So, okay. Yeah, Auntie love. We don't, she doesn't necessarily eat the fish, but she used to, we would go fishing, and at one time, I mean, we was catching fish like crazy. And so Auntie would bring them back and she would share them with, everybody. But then, it got to the point where, people stopped, the fish just wasn't biting where we were going. We go fishing and crabbing. Now, crabbing is fun. It's nerve-wracking because you really, really have to be patient and you have to have a steady hand. So we go and we hang out, but so now I just want to be able to go somewhere. This pandemic thing, that's a whole nother story. But I just want us to be able to just go and hang out, and I can share my travels with everybody, and so I'm kind of looking forward. I'm getting back into the swing of it. So, like I said, after the holidays is when I really start to push the channel and try to get it, at least 100 subscribers so that I could go live and things like that. So, like I said, I'm really looking forward to that. Looking forward to growing this channel. Like I said, I've been, trying to learn how to do some different things, trying to spruce up, my presentation on StreamYard. Trying to learn how to do this stuff. Once you get, the brain don't work the same way, so it takes a little longer for it to soak in. But I'm determined. I'm going to learn how to do that and make my presentation look a little better. As you can see, I've changed my thumbnails. I'm getting a little better with that. I'm learning how to use my creative juices. And I find myself watching, like when I watch these little movies, watch a lot of, I'm starting like Star Wars and little cartoon movies that the kids watch. The graphics are amazing. I'm sitting, I'm like, man, how they do this and how they do that? That would look pretty cool. But then I'm like, you know what? That's a little bit above my pay grade, my skill level, I should say. But there are some things that I can incorporate and learn how to do. So as time goes, I'm gonna, make some improvements. So that's something else I'm going to be working on, and I'm trying to get that together. Shout out to the 10 people in the room. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Got about 20 more minutes. I'm learning how to keep this thing at an hour. That now, hot. Let's see, hot not. I think I've seen you before. I'm sure I have. It's been a while. I appreciate you. Yeah, looking at some of the videos, Positive Pusher, it does look like fun. There's a guy that I watch, and he keeps it real. He lets you know that it's not always fun and games, which I know. But like I said, I'm not trying to live in the van. Just a weekend here. Maybe we'll travel for a week. I definitely want to travel to the West Coast. That is a definite. I definitely want to travel to the West Coast. So that is definitely on the menu. There's a lot of I got a list of places that I want to go. Definitely want to go to all the Hall of Fame, the Sports Hall of Fames, the Corvette Hall of Fame. I didn't even know Corvette had a museum. The Corvette Museum. the Lorraine Motel. I want to go to a Florida State football game, but I don't know if that's going to ever happen if this thing doesn't get to be under control. I want to see the guy when he comes out on the horse and he throws the spear down in the ground. That thing, oh man, watching it on TV kind of gives me goosebumps. So I can only imagine what it's like sitting in that stadium and listening to them and watching it and seeing it live and living in the moment. So I just want to be able to go and visit I want to go to a NASCAR race, and it was right there. I had bought tickets. I was supposed to go to a race in Richmond, and the day of the race, the water pump, no, the fuel pump on our car went out. I was like, man, and when you buy a NASCAR ticket, you don't get your money back. Nothing. I had got the earplugs and everything. I was going to drive down because Auntie has family down in Richmond. I was going to park at her aunt's house and walk over to the track. I had it all planned out. I was ready. Lo and behold, the fuel pump went out, and so I couldn't go. I was really, really disappointed. I mean, that threw me for a loop, but I realized that, there's a reason why that happened. I haven't seen why yet or figured out why, what the rationale was or what the reason was, but I do know that, there's a reason why that happened. So, as time goes on, I'll just, keep pressing forward. The opportunity will present itself again. I know this for sure. Matter of fact, we have a niece that lives in Charlotte. They had a big track that. Yes, I am an FSU fan. Go Noles. Yeah, and actually, I fell in love with them because of that. I was watching the game one day, and I was watched the pregame ceremony. Okay, I watched the pregame ceremony, and I was like, oh man, I've been hooked ever since. Well, hey, oh, I thought I locked the door. Hey, Deja, how you doing? Yeah, it's a miracle, Deja. I don't know what happened. My internet is back and it's functioning. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It's a miracle. Yes, I can see you. Everything. I don't know. It's a miracle. I'm so glad that you came in to let me know that everything is working fine. It's great. Thank you so much. I, I ain't lying. My internet was choppy. It was it was in and out for a minute, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was something in Sonia's in her channel or something that in her little premiere that I could see everybody but you. And they was telling me that you was typing stuff, but I didn't know. And then I saw something about some eggnog or something. I I don't like eggnog. Eggnog, it does something to me. So anything milky, dairy products. That's I'm talking about some milky. Now I sound like Sonya. They're talking about some pepperminty. Oh, I forgot about that part. I think that timer's a little off, Deja. I don't think I've been on for that long. I don't know. I think there's a problem with YouTube. YouTube's been acting kind of funny too because Auntie had posted a video. I posted a video for Auntie, and she was looking at it earlier today, and the screen was just blank. So I think YouTube is kind of messing up somewhere. Thank you for sharing me out there, Jacob. But I really do appreciate you coming. Thank you, bruh. Excuse me. All right, well, I'll be here for another 13 minutes. Hey, Nash. How are you, sweetie? Thank you for coming through. Love you. All right, Deja. So how'd it go, Nash? I heard y'all had a meet and greet. Hey, cutie chewy, cutie chewy. Hey, y'all, everybody know who Cutie Chewy is. If y'all don't know who Cutie Chewy is my baby girl, and Anaja Shanae is my granddaughter. Thank y'all for coming through. How'd the meet and greet go? Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And again, congratulations to you and Mukbang Lee. They made the cheer squad, y'all. So my two of my granddaughters. I actually have 3 granddaughters and 2 grandsons. So they made the cheer squad. It's amazing how they had the audition, a virtual audition. I think they did a Zoom or something like that. You know what? Hey, Cutie Chewy, are you available to come up on the panel for a few minutes? I'm only going to be here for about another 10 minutes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cutie Chewy. Oh, I love you too. Who? My buddy's going to be on 30 minutes. What happened? Oh, not Lisa Nichols. Oh, thank you for sharing me out, Sonia. How y'all doing? Hey, Sonia, as you can see, my internet is working now. I was having some problems. It was kind of choppy, you know. And thanks again for that super chat, Cutie Chewy. I greatly appreciate you. You know I do. Love you like a fat kid love cake. Hey, Sonia, it's so good to see you. It really, really is. Yeah, my internet, was acting kind of funny. YouTube been kind of choppy. Like I said, I was, Auntie was watching the video and it just went blank. It was a black screen. You could hear her talking, but the screen was black. I don't know. YouTube is tripping. Yeah, YouTube is. Hey, sincerely, and Nadia. Sincerely yours. Hey, Nadia. Hey, Nadia. Auntie says hi. Yeah, I'm glad I got it together too because I knew I was going live and I was working on it. I had to pull out some tools and stuff, the old toolbox and stuff like that. And it had to do some real hard work. So but I was able to get it together. Yeah, but I really can't do the nutmeg. I mean, not nutmeg, the eggnog thing, because like I said, that stuff just kind of it's nasty. I'm not petty, Sonia. All right, forget it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You ain't got to believe me. But you saw how when I was typing, you saw the words was jacked up. You don't think I did that on purpose? Hey, Anna's antics. I hate eggnog. Eggnog does something to me. See, see, I can't do that. I can't do that. My schedule does not permit me to have irregular, um, off schedule trips to the bathroom. See, my I'm trying to say, just forget it. My bowels are on a schedule. And so if I I'm not lying, Deja. This is not fake news. This is for real. I have a regular schedule where I go to the bathroom a certain time every day. You know, that's how it works. So if I drink the eggnog, it's going to throw off my chemical balance. And then once that happens, it throws off my schedule. So when my schedule gets thrown off, then I can't, because Auntie has videos that she needs to have edited. And so if I get off schedule with that, yeah, see, I cannot handle an entanglement with my toilet. No, that just, nope. Yes, but it throws off my chemical balance. I'm trying to tell you. My body's on a schedule, so Auntie knows and she'll tell you because see, if I go to the bathroom unscheduled, then that means that if I'm in there and somebody's got to go, then that's going to throw them off, and then I have to, it's a whole mess, and so, I just can't, So if it's I can't, and besides, I've decided that I can no longer do. I can't. I've decided I'm not going to be doing food challenges. For one other reason. Another reason is Auntie is she's around here somewhere. Sonia. I stepped on the scale. I knew it was something else I wanted to talk about. And I figured I'd wait to the end. I got on the scale. My son's scale was on the fringe. Something was wrong with it. Turns out that the batteries had died. Now I really can't, Deja. Anyway, my son's scale was on the fringe, so I found out that actually all it was is that it needed to change the battery. So luckily, I had some of those the little flat batteries. I bought some, and that's something else. And so I try to keep different little batteries around the house. So change the battery, put the scale on the floor, and I'm like, what? I'm just going to stand on the scale. I stood on the scale, and it gave me a number that I know that I should not be. Thank you, Auntie, for doing my challenge. Oh, we love you too. It was a pleasure. See, challenges like that I can do. Oh, and so when I stepped on the scale, I'm just going to type the number in. I'm actually no longer ashamed. So that's what I saw on the scale. So I have to make some lifestyle changes. Definitely. In all seriousness. I have to make some lifestyle changes. So all these little crazy meals and stuff like that, I really can't. Oh my goodness. I'm done. I am done. Oh man. Not the third grade though. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I am absolutely done. Wow. Yeah, but I'm making some lifestyle changes. I have to me It's the process is simple, and I have to keep telling myself the process itself is simple. It's just not easy. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be making some lifestyle changes. So I'm glad that I did not become a mukbanger, because I'd just be all I'd be you wouldn't be able to see me in the screen probably, because I know I'd have to get a wide angle camera and all that kind of stuff, and put the because I'm right here on my laptop. I'd probably put it on the other side of the room just so that it could open up some space. So yeah, I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be making lifestyle changes. And again, I'm going to be on the panel with the Positive Pusher. That is next Thursday. I think it's 8 Central Time, which again is 9 o'clock Eastern Time. She's going to be putting together a video so that I can share it with everybody and put it on my community tab and everywhere. So I definitely need to make some lifestyle changes. Can't be a mukbanger. Yeah. Well, welcome back, Positive Push. I was just talking about you, telling them, letting everybody know that I will be on your panel next Thursday evening. Once again, I appreciate you. That's December the 17th at 8 Central Standard Time, which is 9 Eastern Standard Time for those of you who, like me, sometimes get it a little mixed up. So I do appreciate you all coming out and sitting with me and visiting with me and listening to me. I will be back. I'll be on tomorrow evening, the DJ. Yes, I am super excited. The DJ will be on tomorrow night at 8. Make sure y'all come on through, playing some music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. There may be some 2000s, although the music, especially the music nowadays, is trash. I'm just going to be honest. At one point, I was around 335. Yeah. So I will see you all. Yeah, next Thursday, Sonia. But I'll put something on the community tab to keep so that everybody will know, what's going on. And I'll be back with Let's Talk on Saturday evening at 7. So I'll see you all again tomorrow night at Uncle DJ. But until then, be happy on purpose and know that I believe in you, believe in you too. Good night. Peace.